who was brutally raped and murdered says the jury stopped a serial killer in his tracks. Earlier this afternoon, they found Meechaiel Criner guilty of capital murder and the death of Haruka Weiser. KXAN's Candy Rodriguez spoke to a juror who explains why they felt confident with the verdict.
From the beginning, we have tried to focus on the love that surrounded Haruka and our family, rather than the evil that caused us to be here today.
Surrounded by the prosecution, Thomas Weiser said he believes his daughter's death prevented Criner from hurting others.
It is my firm belief that if he did not kill Haruka that night on April 3rd, he would have found another woman to follow the same night, another victim. I say this because he had multiple ropes and cords. In fact, he always seemed to have these among his most prized possessions whenever he was kicked out and told to pack his stuff.
A juror who did not want to be identified says the evidence proved Criner did it.
The total picture, with everything combined, it told the story that pointed to the defendant as the killer.
He says all the jurors took this very seriously, despite the toll it took on them.
I know several of us, myself included, quality of sleep has not been good through this, but we all took it as a very serious responsibility, which is why we were so careful during the deliberation to make sure that we could reach consensus.
But while jurors are headed home, Weiser's father says this is just the beginning.
And I promise you this, the Texas State Board of Paroles and Pardons will need to build a new room to hold all the letters that I and everyone who loves Haruka will be writing to make sure that your twisted fantasies remain just that, fantasies.
Candy Rodriguez, KXAN News.
So what happens next? We asked retired Judge Charlie Baird, who says the defense could try to get a new trial.
Mr. Criner may file a motion for new trial, trying to bring some error that he thinks occurred during the trial immediately to the trial judge's attention, and then Judge Wahlberg would look at the motion and decide whether to grant it or not.
If that happened, the judge would grant Criner a new trial immediately. Otherwise, defense attorneys could appeal. The lawyers would carefully look over what happened in court and point out to the Court of Appeals where they think errors occurred. Baird says he sees two questions the defense team could raise. One, was the evidence used in trial properly obtained? And two, was the evidence, particularly the scientific evidence, reliable? We have reached out to Criner's defense team to see if they plan to appeal, but we have not heard back. In the wake of the murder, parents of UT students formed a group called Safe Horns to advocate for safety improvements. Members were there today. They talked about what still needs to be done.
There's things that could be collaborated on within our homeless and criminal transient population that we can make Austin better collectively, and that we need to protect our students and look at our students like citizens of Austin. They are not a revolving door every 4 years.
The university released a statement after the verdict came down. President Greg Fenves says the trial brought emotions rushing back to their community. He says the verdict provides some closure, but does not heal the pain or sense of loss felt by Haruka's family, UT students, and staff. He says the UT community is still hurting and feels her loss on a profound level.